That uncontrollable shaking in your hands during a stressful moment is not weakness. It is actually an overload of cellular energy trapped inside your muscles. We have all experienced that sudden, frustrating tremor when facing a difficult crowd, an intense confrontation, or a deeply terrifying and unexpected life challenge. Your knees begin to wobble, your fingers twitch, and your voice might even crack as you try desperately to maintain complete control over yourself. Your body is betraying you, revealing your inner fear and vulnerability to the outside world when you need strength the most. But modern neuroscience reveals that this physical response is not a sign of failure. It is actually a highly sophisticated survival mechanism in action. To understand this physiological phenomenon, we must journey deep inside the human brain, where a tiny, almond-shaped structure acts as the ultimate security alarm. This structure is the amygdala, a powerful emotional processing center that is constantly scanning your environment for any signs of physical or psychological danger. When the amygdala detects a threat, it does not hesitate. It instantly bypasses logical thinking and sends a frantic distress signal to your brainstem. This alarm triggers the autonomic nervous system, specifically the sympathetic branch, which is responsible for the famous fight, flight, or freeze response sequence. In a fraction of a millisecond, your adrenal glands receive the emergency signal and flood your entire bloodstream with powerful hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. These stress hormones act as chemical messengers, rapidly altering your physical state to prepare your entire body for immediate, explosive, and life-saving physical action. Your heart rate spikes dramatically, pumping oxygen-rich blood away from your digestive system and directing it straight into your major skeletal muscle groups. Your pupils dilate to let in more light, your breathing accelerates, and your body becomes fully primed to either attack or run away instantly. But what happens when you cannot fight back and you cannot run away because the threat is social, emotional, or completely inescapable? This is where the body enters the freeze response, a highly tense state of hyperarousal where immense motor energy is produced but cannot be released. Your brain commands your muscles to prepare for action, but your conscious mind holds you perfectly still, creating a massive conflict of physical forces. The brain continues to dump excitatory neurotransmitters into your nervous system, charging your motor neurons like highly pressurized, ready-to-burst electrical batteries. These motor neurons connect directly to your muscle fibers, delivering rapid, high-frequency electrical impulses that command your skeletal muscles to contract repeatedly. Because there is no physical outlet for this energy, your muscles begin to stiffen, locking up in a state of intense isometric rigidity. This intense muscular locking is a natural defense mechanism designed to protect your vital organs and prepare your body to absorb potential physical impacts. But holding this immense amount of electrical charge and muscle tension requires an extraordinary amount of physical effort from your neuromuscular system. The motor units inside your muscles begin to fire asynchronously, meaning they do not contract all at once, but rather in a rapid, chaotic pattern. This chaotic firing pattern is what we perceive as micro-shivers, a series of rapid, tiny contractions and relaxations occurring deep within the muscle tissues. As the tension mounts, these micro-shivers amplify, transferring from individual muscle fibers to entire muscle groups, causing the visible shaking we experience outwardly. It is essentially a physical release valve, a biological mechanism designed to bleed off the excess electrical energy that has accumulated inside your nervous system. If your body did not shake, the extreme tension could cause severe structural damage to your muscle fibers, tendons, and surrounding connective tissues. To see this process at a microscopic level, we must look at the myofibrils, the tiny thread-like structures that make up your muscle fibers. These myofibrils contain overlapping filaments of actin and myosin, which slide past each other to create muscle contractions whenever electrical signals arrive. During high anxiety, calcium ions flood the muscle cells, causing these filaments to bind together continuously without a proper phase of relaxation. This continuous binding creates a state of microtetany, where the muscle fibers are caught in a rapid, microscopic tug-of-war against themselves. The trembling you see in your hands is actually thousands of individual muscle fibers rapidly twitching back and forth as they struggle to hold tension. This phenomenon is especially prominent in the hands, fingers, and limbs because these areas have exceptionally high density of highly sensitive motor connections. Our hands are built for fine motor control, meaning they require incredibly precise neural signaling, making them highly sensitive to any electrical fluctuations. When the nervous system is flooded with stress chemicals, these fine motor circuits are easily overwhelmed, manifesting as the unmistakable trembling of anxious hands. Similarly, the muscles in your jaw, neck, and legs are highly responsive to survival signals, preparing you to bite, scream, or spring into action. When you suppress these primal urges, the jaw begins to chatter, the neck tightens, and the legs feel weak, wobbly, and completely unstable. Interestingly, this shaking response is not unique to humans. It is a universal biological mechanism shared by almost all wild mammalian species. In the wild, after an animal escapes a predator, it will immediately undergo a period of intense, violent shaking to release the accumulated stress energy. An impala that has just outrun a cheetah will stand in a safe place and shake its entire body vigorously for several minutes. This shaking discharges the massive surge of adrenaline and resets their nervous system back to a state of calm, safety, and healthy homeostatic balance. Once the shaking is complete, the animal can immediately return to grazing, completely free from the psychological trauma of the near-death experience. Humans, however, have developed a highly complex neocortex that often overrides these natural somatic healing mechanisms due to social conditioning and fear of judgment. We are taught that shaking is a sign of weakness, fear, or a complete loss of emotional and physical control over ourselves. As a result, we consciously fight the urge to shake, using sheer willpower to tense our muscles even further to appear calm and collected. By suppressing this natural discharge, we trap the stress energy inside our bodies, converting a temporary physiological response into chronic, long-term muscle tension. This trapped energy can lead to chronic fatigue, persistent muscle aches, tension headaches, and a constant, underlying feeling of physical and psychological anxiety. Understanding this process allows us to shift our perspective on anxiety shaking, viewing it not as a symptom of panic, but as healing in progress. When you feel your hands start to tremble during a stressful event, your body is simply trying to protect and balance its internal systems. Instead of fighting the tremor, modern somatic therapies suggest that we should actually lean into the movement and allow our bodies to shake. This approach, known as somatic experiencing, encourages individuals to gently exaggerate the shaking to facilitate a complete and healthy nervous system reset. By allowing the physical discharge to complete its natural cycle, we signal to our brain that the danger has officially passed and we are safe. Let us examine the neurological pathways involved in this recovery process, focusing on the vagus nerve, the primary highway of our parasympathetic system. The vagus nerve runs from the brainstem down to the abdomen, connecting to the heart, lungs, and digestive organs to regulate our resting state. When we allow our bodies to shake and release trapped tension, we stimulate the vagus nerve, triggering the release of calming acetylcholine. Acetylcholine acts as a natural brake on the heart, slowing down its rapid beating, lowering blood pressure, and relaxing tense, constricted blood vessels. As the parasympathetic nervous system regains dominance, the chaotic electrical signals in your motor cortex begin to stabilize, returning to a rhythmic harmony. The continuous flood of adrenaline is slowly metabolized by the liver, allowing the muscular system to finally disengage from its high-alert survival state. The rapid twitching of the myofibrils subsides as calcium ions are pumped back out of the muscle cells, allowing the filaments to relax. This transition marks the end of the hyperarousal phase, bringing a profound sense of physical relief, warmth, and mental clarity to the individual. Scientific studies have shown that patients who undergo somatic shake-release therapies experience highly significant reductions in their overall baseline daily anxiety levels. These individuals report feeling more grounded, more connected to their physical bodies, and far less reactive to sudden, unexpected psychological stressors. They no longer view their physical symptoms as enemies to be conquered, but as valuable, intelligent feedback from an incredibly sophisticated biological system. This shift from resistance to acceptance is a crucial step in healing the mind-body connection, breaking the vicious cycle of anxiety about anxiety. When we fear the shake, we create secondary anxiety, which triggers another wave of adrenaline, making the physical tremors even more intense. By welcoming the shake as a natural, healthy process, we interrupt this feedback loop, allowing the nervous system to settle much faster. There are simple, practical exercises you can perform to safely initiate this therapeutic shaking, even in the comfort of your own home. One common method involves lying on your back with your feet together, slowly lifting your pelvis to fatigue the deep psoas muscles. As these core muscles tire, they will naturally begin to tremble, initiating a gentle, therapeutic tremor that spreads throughout your lower body. This technique, called tension and trauma-releasing exercises, has been used worldwide to help recovery in survivors of severe physical trauma. It demonstrates that our bodies possess an innate, evolutionary intelligence designed to heal themselves without the need for conscious intellectual intervention. The next time you face a stressful presentation, a difficult conversation, or an overwhelming moment, pay close attention to your physical sensations. Remember that the shaking of your hands is your body's brilliant evolutionary way of shedding excess power, keeping you safe, balanced, and resilient. Embrace the tremor, trust your biology, and allow your incredible nervous system to do exactly what it was designed to do: heal and protect.